It's finally here. It's time for the Broncos' first playoff game in under a decade, a little under a decade at that. This is your Denver Sports Daily for January 10th.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
This Sunday, the Broncos will play their first playoff game in 9 years. Now, the Broncos are heading into this game as 8-point underdogs, but Vegas might not be right on this one. The Broncos defense has been amazing, and if they could play at the level they've been playing at all season, the Broncos have a chance to win this thing. And not only a chance, but a pretty good chance. That's what I've been saying all week. If there's a way that the Broncos win this game, it is the defense. The defense needs to show up, needs to keep Josh Allen in the pocket, keep him from scrambling, keep him in the pocket, limit those downfield passes, keep him below the numbers, right there, out of time, get him in third and long positions. That's how the Broncos win this defensively. That is the most important. And again, if the Broncos win this game, it's going to be a defensive battle. It really is. It's going to be a low-scoring game. It's not going to have all the flash that people were expecting from Josh Allen and the Bills. It really isn't. The Broncos defense needs to play outstanding this season, or not this season, this game. And if they do, they have a chance to win this game. Now, Bo Nix also needs to be given total creative freedom. He really does. He needs to be given the ability to run the offense how he desires. And if he does, if he can get that, if he can run the way he wants to run, give him literally designed runs, that will lead to a winning formula. Stay ahead of the script. Stay ahead of everything. Downfield passes, all of that, that's great. Long passes, that's always fun. 3-4 yards every play. That's all it needs. That's how you win a game. Any coach will tell you that. 4 yards wins a game. 4 yards every play, that wins a game. If you get 4 yards every play, you're winning a game. No matter what. No matter how you look at it, 4 yards. Stay on schedule. Stay on schedule, and the Broncos, again, have a good chance to win this. The main thing that they need to do, the main thing that the Broncos need to do, avoid getting into a shootout with Josh Allen because he can't win it. You can't win if you're going down and scoring and he's going down and scoring, you're going down and scoring, he's going down. It's not going to lead to a win. Not at all. Josh Allen is one of those quarterbacks that has the ability to score whenever he desires. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. If you can stop Josh Allen, because he's hard to stop. He's not one of those that you just got a game plan around. He's going to be one of those that sees your game plan and breaks it apart. He will. He is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. MVP favorite this season. Josh Allen will do what he's going to do. It's inevitable. The main thing, avoid getting into a shootout with him. Just stop him every other drive. Every drive, stop him. Keep him behind schedule. Sack him. This defensive pressure, if they can get sacks on Josh Allen the way that they've been sacking every other quarterback in the league, again, they will win this game. Now, again, a lot to be said. And there's a lot to say before a game and not much to say after a game, especially when it's something of this high, big magnitude, it's hard. It's hard to talk about the Broncos because, to be fair, nobody's seen this in 9 years, a little under a decade. No matter what, whether win or lose, the Broncos have done so much better than anybody expected. Anybody. Nobody expected them to get this far. I damn sure didn't. I know I didn't. I did not expect the Broncos to get in the playoffs with a 10-7 or a 10-7 record. Who expected that? If you would have told me that at the beginning of the season, I would have laughed. Because honestly, this team was not built to win. Now, here's a little bit of good news. Since 2017, Sean Payton is 30-12 against bald head coaches. So Sean McDermott might want to watch out because he's bald, and Sean Payton, for some reason, has a vendetta against him. But that's a stat that might end up winning the Broncos the game. Let's be real here. 30-12, that's a great record to have. Sean Payton getting out there against Sean McDermott, it's going to be a battle in the trenches. Now, that game will kick off this Sunday at 11 a.m. I can't wait to be back with you guys on Monday recapping this game. It's going to be so much freaking fun. I mean, when was the last time any of us saw this? 9 years ago. 9 years ago, and we get to talk about it now. Now, moving on, the Avalanche steamrolled the Minnesota Wild last night, beating them 6-1. Mackenzie Blackwood was back on the ice, and he played great once again, only allowing 1 goal on 25 shots, recording a .960 save percentage. Incredible play for Mackenzie Blackwood. There's only so much I can say about this guy. He's been great. That's outstanding. And, .960 save percentage, that's going to lead you to, winning games, especially when you got 6 different players getting in the net for the Avalanche, but most notably were Nathan MacKinnon, who recorded a goal and an assist, and Ross Colton, who scored a crazy goal off an insane turnover by one of the Wild players. If you saw that, it was like you were watching JV hockey. What was that? I didn't get the name of the Wild player who turned it over, but literally just gave it to him. Just gave it to Ross Colton right there in front of the net. Easy as it gets. And if you see his reaction, Ross had one of those things where he just kind of goes, just freaking out. When does that happen? This is not JV hockey, and they're out there playing it. Now, the Avs are now 26-16-1 and fourth in the Central Division, but they are only 5 points behind the Winnipeg Jets for first place. And surprisingly, their next game is tomorrow against the Winnipeg Jets at 5 p.m. So definitely going to be an important game, especially as this season is really hitting that middle stretch. These are the games that, you got to win. You got to win here. And again, if you can win these games, the Avalanche have been incredible for the past couple weeks, the past months. They just got to keep winning, especially this time of season. Get those wins when people are starting to get fatigued and they're not rushing for playoffs yet. This is when you show up. Now, moving on, it is a Nuggets game day. Tonight, the Nugs are defending home court against the Brooklyn Nets. Nikola Jokic and Aaron Gordon both have missed several games, but they're listed as game time decisions tonight. Now, Brooklyn is on a 3-game skid right now, so this is a great time for Denver to get back into a win streak. Their most recent win streak was ended at the hands of San Antonio. Now, this is the second time Brooklyn and Denver have matched up, but the first one ended in overtime, and that was a victory for the Nuggets back in October. Now, Denver's heading into this game as 15-point favorites. Their game's going to tip off at 7 p.m. Denver's been on a roll without Nikola Jokic, keeping that game close with Boston, and then winning their game against the LA Clippers. Incredible play all around from all the starters and some of the backup players, especially Julian Strother, Peyton Watson. Those young guys have really turned up. And of course, Christian Brown, can't forget him. He's taken in that starting role and really just got off running, playing very well. Russell Westbrook also. How is this guy not being voted for as one of the tops in the All-Star voting? He's incredible. Russell Westbrook has been turning up for the Nuggets. He really has. Everybody wrote this guy off. He said, he was done in LA and then moved again to LA from the Lakers to the Clippers, playing in the same arena. And then again, people were like, that guy's not as good. There have been talks about this ever since he was on the Wizards. It just wasn't his thing anymore. He wasn't that good. And then he comes to Denver and really embraces the city, and the city embraces him. And look at him. He's going off. He's playing very well. He's one of the reasons that the Nuggets are doing as well as they are, despite their lack of shooting. He's able to create plays and kind of, extend plays, get those offensive boards. The other night, he had a great putback. I think it was more of a layup, but it looked kind of like a dunk off of DeAndre Jordan missed free throw. Incredible play from Russell Westbrook. He's been amazing. Now, again, some of his turnovers, people might not like that as much, but still, that's going to happen. That's basketball. He's been playing well, and the Nuggets are winning, and that's all that you can ask for. Now, moving on, Deion Sanders says that his star players will not be attending the draft in person, but one of those stars does not agree. The 2024 Heisman winner, Travis Hunter, that's so much fun to say, by the way, the 2024 Heisman winner, Travis Hunter of the CU Buffs, is most likely going to be a top 3 pick, and he has a chance to be the first overall pick. It wouldn't be surprising if he is, so it makes sense why he'd want to dispute Coach Prime in wanting the star players to stay in Boulder for a party. Now, when asked who will be staying in Boulder for the draft, Deion replied, all 3 of them, most likely talking about Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, and Shiloh Sanders. All 3 of them and several others on the team, and we're going to do it in Boulder, Colorado, and celebrate it with the fans in the gymnasium, and we're going to pack the house, Sanders said on Good Morning America. Now, hours later, however, Travis Hunter responded saying, if I'm the number 1 pick, I only get to walk that stage one time with a smile on my face. Gots to do it. Gots to do it. I agree with him. 100% agree with him. Travis Hunter, you are getting a chance to be a number 1 overall pick and almost definitely a top 3 pick. I would be incredibly surprised if he's not a top 3 pick. Go to the draft. Go to the draft. I'm not a fan of Prime. I get what he's trying to do. Create a party, get his team together. This is the last time that all these guys might be in the room together, really throwing a big party like this, celebrating the draft. But you got to go. If you're a top 3 pick, especially Shedeur, it could be the number 1 pick. He's, in my eyes, he's more likely to be the number 1 pick than Travis Hunter. Go be on that stage. You only get to do that once. Stand there, shake Roger Goodell's hand, look at the crowd. Everybody's cheering. It's a draft. You're number 1 to the NFL. That doesn't happen to most people in their life. I'm 100% against, staying away from that. You go to the draft. You got to. That's where I stand on that. That's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I do want to read some of your comments. Hate to say it, Joey. I predict the Bills win 24-17. Not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous. I definitely could see that outcome. I've said it. I think I originally said I could see a low scoring game like 13-10, but that's a little bit too low scoring for me. So I've changed it to 17-14. I got Broncos 17-14. But again, that's only if their defense is playing well. That's only if they can stop Josh Allen from getting those touchdowns that he's been getting all season. That's only if they can keep him in the pocket. That's only if Bo Nix is given that creative freedom. And that's only if Sean Payton can continue his win streak against bald head coaches. So I definitely see what you're saying there. I just going to keep my mind positive and disagree with you there. Broncos 27, Bills 24, final overtime. Oh, you got an overtime win. Ooh, Broncos 27, Bills 24. I like that one. I'm going to write that down, Roger. I'm going to write that one down because I like that. I like that a lot. But that's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily. We'll be back with you guys on Monday. Everybody, lock in this weekend. We got a Sunday. We got playoff football for Denver. When was the last time you could say that? Seriously, if you're watching it, say it right now. Say it out loud. We got playoff football this Sunday, 11 a.m. I'm going to be back on Monday with y'all recapping the win. But that's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I will see you guys all on Monday. Y'all have a great weekend. And until then, I will see y'all later. Bye.